Hey guys, this is Tom Sorsey here, back again for another ball motion analysis video. Today, we are looking at the Storm Match Pearl. Pretty excited about this one. Let's get right into it. Cover stock, Reactor Pearl. Pearl version of the Reactor cover stock we talked about in my last video for the match. Same core, stinger, same numbers, 255 and 027. Take a look at mine here. Pretty similar to the way the match was drilled. Similar pin distance. Weight hole is down instead of on the axis in this one. Same pattern. 38-foot sport. These shots were actually right after I was throwing the match and the IQ last time. Before we look at some shots, I just want to talk briefly about this ball. I was very surprised at its usability. Being from the hotline, the lower price point, I didn't expect it to be as strong as it was, and it really surprised me in how strong it was and how usable it was, and it's definitely going to earn a spot in my arsenal for sure. So you guys know that I don't edit a lot of my shots out. I try to let you see as many of them as you can, even some of the bad ones. I think it's pointless to have a ball video where all you see is somebody striking over and over again. All you're seeing is their best shots. It's not really that useful in seeing the characteristics of a ball's motion, seeing what happens if your angles get too open, if they get too closed, if you pinch it, if you grab it. Obviously, a lot of that is pattern dependent, but it is worth looking at to see, there's certain balls that you can get away with more than you can with others. It's just a reality, and certain ones that you can't. Be very specific about how you're going to be using them. So it lets you see a little bit more of a ball's versatility. What you'll notice is I struck a bunch with this ball, and I didn't edit any shots out. These are the only shots that I threw. It just happened to look pretty good on what I was bowling on. So I tried to do something similar to what I was doing with the match. Relatively closed angles, trying to be pretty rolly with it. Like I said, 38-foot pattern. I'm trying to get it to 8-ish down the lane, and it looked pretty good. These first two were pretty much bombs. And I was surprised at how strong it was. I thought it was going to be a lot weaker than this, but it really surprised me. Here, we get one a little bit to the right, and it's quick enough that it really comes back from the spot better than I thought it would, too. Definitely a quicker option than the match itself. Here, we get one in a little bit. We cave the big four. Good break, but it did hold more than I thought it would, too. It gave me more room than I expected. I really tried to test one here in this shot. Obviously, we 2-4-10. There's only so much you can do. You can only have so much room when they're tough. So the ball that I chose to test it against today is the IQ Tour 30 because I did the IQ Tour Solid for the match solid, so I want to do the pearlized version for the pearlized version of the match. What you'll see right away is that the IQ 30 is definitely quicker. First shot here, we trip a 4. It's a pretty good shot. But as I try and stay there and play those same angles, you'll see the quickness of this ball really kick in. Here, this shot I thought was really good. Basically, big 4 combination. I try to stay here one more time and get it in just a little bit, and it doesn't stand a chance. It's just too quick for trying to play the part of the lane that I was in. You'll see it right here. It just takes off. So I made a jump left. Probably about 5-ish, but the point was to open my angles up a little bit more for the quicker response ball that the IQ 30 is. And you see here that it looks great from in there. So I certainly think that there's a lot of usability for this Match Pearl. It seems like a ball that you can get to once you get away from your fresh pattern balls, your slower response balls, without having to jump in and open your angles up like you would with a lot of the quicker stuff. The high roads, the IQ 30s, the high road pearls, things like that. It's a good ball for transition period of the lanes. I think that I did see somebody throw it at a regional on 47-foot scorpion pattern, and it looked way better than I thought it was. It looked way stronger than I expected it to be, and really held up, and the guy was on my pair struck like crazy. So I was very impressed in what I've seen so far. I'm glad I got to get my hands on one and put some holes in it and throw it, because I think it definitely is going to earn a spot for me and should for most people. And once again, the main benefit is that we have this lower price point ball providing us with upper price point ball motion, and it seems usable enough for sure to get a lot of play, even at the top levels, but all the way down. It seems versatile enough to be used on a number of different conditions. Certainly, I would imagine it looking good on house patterns in League, and as I said before, I've seen it look good on short and long now too. So I'm definitely going to keep my eyes out for opportunities to use this ball in the future. Let's recap it for you here real quick. Match Pearl, medium to medium low friction. It's definitely lower friction than the Match Solid for sure. I wouldn't go as far as to call it low friction because it certainly has held its own on longer high volume patterns, at least in my experience. So I would call it medium to medium low at the lowest. Response time, medium quick response time. It's a quicker ball, but it's not at the top end of the scale. There's still quite a few that get above it. Like I said, High Road Pearl, the IQ30, arguably the Hectic as well. And there's probably some more I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. But it fits in the medium to medium quick response time range, which is certainly a ball that you would get to in the middle of your blocks. Starting out with our slower stuff, making our way quicker typically as the pattern tends to break down. And then this would be something good in the middle part of blocks before you have to get a lot of oil down lane, and then we're trying to get a much quicker ball to try to get around the corner and hit at the end of blocks. So, like I said, I really like this ball. I think it's really usable. I think that it deserves a place for everybody. Its versatility is something to look forward to. As usual, places you can find me on Facebook, TM Sourcey, Tom Sourcey on Twitter, YouTube page is right there. Please leave me comments, leave me questions, things you think I can do better, what you like, what you don't, all of it's good stuff. As usual, thank you to Storm. Also, BowlU, just absolutely essential in me developing knowledge and learning how to see the lane front to back using the 60 feet of the lane instead of just laterally left to right. Making decisions and learning how to best use balls, which I think is why I tend to find doing these videos helpful for me in working out how I feel about something, and hopefully you guys feel it too. So, like I said, any questions, any comments, let me know, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks.